Live from Wave in Louisville, Kentucky. This is Listens Live.
Hello, everyone. Happy Friday to you, and thanks for joining us here on Wave Listens Live. I'm your host, Brian Schlonsky, and we have got a great show to help kick off your weekend here today as we take you right to the rundown now and show you who you can expect. We've got Isaacs and Isaacs here talking about their Hammers Lou Adopt event. It's coming up this weekend. But up first today, Elder Advisors back with us, back with some new free workshops. They're coming your way next week, so we are getting you all prepared. I've got, of course, Larry Weiss, President.
Hello.
Lindsay Fleming, Senior Vice President, back with us today. We were telling Lindsay that we missed her with us the other day.
I didn't.
No, you didn't. That was me saying that.
Yeah, might have been you. Yeah, it was honestly, Wednesday's show was refreshing in so many ways.
That was just one of them.
Least of all, the absence of Lindsay Fleming, it was just exemplary. It was
She
wonderful.
is going to make up for it here today because we've got two segments together. So let's launch right in. You mentioned there's a couple stories that we're going to hit today.
Well,
So.
you know, I'm living proof why you shouldn't gamble.
Oh, right.
I mean,
most gamblers are living proof of that.
Most Kentuckians have probably hung up the gambling for a little bit. We got through Derby.
But here's what happened. I really thought Secretariat was going to come through this time.
The reincarnation.
I bet the Secretariat was going to do it. You know, some gene therapy. Secretariat was coming back. I put all my money, and I told the guy if I lost, I'd wear this painter's jacket.
And that's what it was.
Yeah, so I'm wearing it. Don't gamble, children. It's bad.
We do look good, though. It's making my dress.
Everybody in the studio loves it.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it.
LA loves it.
It's different.
Right?
It's different.
Not too bad.
Like Parisian or something.
Kentuckiana, if you want to see it in person, come out to the workshops. Come out to the workshops. We will have the jacket there.
I will be live in color.
In person.
Well, and I imagine, because you're basically making a tough topic and a confusing topic fun. You're helping people wrap their heads around it as we're showing the different workshop locations. Yep. Because I imagine, look, you come on the show, you've brought Peeps, you've brought G.I. Joes, you bring fun outfits, but you do a good job of bringing to the forefront the things that people need to pay attention to as they're aging.
Well, and you know, and don't forget that I brought Lindsay Fleming.
Correct.
I'll take it from here.
Was that her cue?
Yeah, right.
Did y'all practice this in the green room?
It is, and Larry says it all the time. It's tough stuff, right?
This
is not fun. None of this is fun and tough. And we just try to bring a little bit of levity to the situation. You know, you got to laugh to keep from crying, right? And so we help clients through both. So we do. We take what we do very seriously, contrary to I'm sure what some Kentuckiana folks see when we're goofing off up here. But you know, check out our Google reviews. Our clients are they just love us, and they are thrilled with what we're doing for them, and we do take what we do seriously. But we're having a little fun along the way. So
well, Larry and I were talking. Yeah, we were talking on Wednesday. You started getting kind of into some of the details on things, and I asked you. I said, I can't even imagine trying to go through this without the help of people that know what they're doing.
Yeah, we were doing a little roundtable this morning with the team on a number of files of families that Lindsay will be meeting with next week, and I was kind of thinking about that in real time. I'm like, I don't know how in the world the regular folk, not to suggest I'm regular, because I'm not. But I don't know how the regular people, the lay people that deal with it, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it. You know, the sandwich generation stumbling through trying to take their kids, then trying to make sure mom and dad go to lunch today, and then fighting with mom and all the stuff that goes with that. It's very tough, but there's a financial component. That's what we do. And, you know, we help families so that, you know, for husband and wife, if one spouse goes into care, you know, I do look really good in this jacket.
I know. Okay. Kind of pops.
So, right, it does, right. So for husband and wife, one spouse goes into care, we can protect all the assets for that home spouse. That's why we were having a big detailed meeting this morning, because we got a number of families next week we're doing that for. And then for a single person, we can protect about half of the assets. And half of something is always better than all of nothing. So that's what we navigated, Elder Advisors. And then Lindsay and Mary and the rest of the team kind of take some of the emotional stress off the shoulders, so they realize there's other people there to help, so they're not just on their own all the time.
Well, and I want to back up a little bit, because we talked about for a community spouse, sometimes we're referred to, but somebody goes into care. Well, care can look like a lot of different things. An assisted living, a personal care at home. There are strategies and there are resources in our community available to folks that they don't even think about. So I think some people out there in Kentucky are like, oh, nursing home, that's not me, that's not. If that's not where you're at, there are are still things that we
don't
can
turn
do.
that channel.
There are things
don't turn the channel.
we can do to set your family up, to set you up for success, whether that's having somebody come into the home or, you know, in assisted living or independent. I mean, there's a ton of options, and the normal, the lay person, whatever, they just don't know it because they don't do it every day.
Yeah, it's not like you research that all in your off time.
How often do we hear, oh, that is a possibility?
Right.
Oh, that's like, they don't know. And so we're thrilled to be able to give those to our clients. But come to the workshop to learn more about that and how it applies to you, even though you're thinking it doesn't apply to me because I'm not thinking about a nursing home. Good. You should come to the workshop.
You might have another path.
You should come to the workshop.
And Brian, when I look at you, I just have to be completely honest, and this moment in time will be no different. Quite frankly, Lindsay brings very little to the business model of Elder Advisors. One of the few things.
I've had enough.
You got like 2 more minutes. You can go.
But truly, one of the great things that Lindsay and Mary Ann Keller brought to the table is helping families strategize so they don't go to the nursing home.
Right.
You know, so, you know, the registered mark is don't go broke in nursing homes. So someone watching TV, well, I'm not going to nursing home. Great. Don't. The sooner you reach out to us, the sooner we can develop pre-crisis plans to stay in the home, because I'm the first person to recognize nobody wants to go to a nursing home, but sometimes they need to. But if we can get to the families, and this is a great part of what Lindsay and Mariana brought to the table, is when they get to those families in the home, they can develop programs, develop strategies, resources, agencies to help families stay at home so they don't go to the nursing home in the first place.
Because I imagine, guys, there's a lot of different reasons why someone may end up in a nursing home. One of it might be you want to be around the social element of it. You don't have a lot of family coming in. Maybe you need the care, but finances could be a reason.
Absolutely.
So if you can get on top of these things beforehand, and that is your goal to not go, this is how you could make that happen, potentially.
I heard somebody say, and I'm not going to give them credit because I don't know who I heard say that, but you know, so many times all over Kentucky and the planet, we are making decisions out of the pocketbook first. Like, let me check my wallet.
Yeah.
I do that every day. Like, let me tell you, I went to Dillard's over the weekend. I'm like, let me check my pocketbook. That's it now,
Yeah,
right?
what am I buying?
But that behavior extends into care options and caring for our older adults, and that's we can help. Like if you're like, oh my gosh, that resonates with me, we can help. Come to the workshop. Come to the workshop.
I mean,
we can help.
So the flip side of what Lindsay just said was, you know, the families are making healthcare decisions out of financial considerations. And I can't tell you how many times I've had people sit down and they'll go, well, you know, where's mom right now? And I said, well, she's home. Our daughter's watching her while we're here talking to you. And I'm like, well, where was she a week ago? Well, you know, a week ago she was at ABC nursing home facility, but the rehab stopped and they were giving us a discharge, and we were afraid that we were going to owe him $300 a day and write a check for $12,000, so we brought her home. And then it's even worse. They just made it worse for themselves for all kinds of reasons, where if they get to us, we can outline these plans so they don't go broke in nursing home, and also take some stress off the shoulders so they don't make these bad mistakes, because that's essentially what it is. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah, no, it very much is.
Mother should have stayed in care, but what no one bothered to really explain to the family was, look, there are strategies here. We're just saying your Medicare has stopped. So now you're on for that, and there's different options, but all people hear is ding, 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 $12,000. I can't do it. I want to go home. I had a gentleman, I think even talked about this gentleman 2 or 3 months ago, but he hadn't yet written the $12,000 check. And, you know, they came back recently, you know, things have elevated or even worse, but because he hasn't written the check yet, I'm going to go home and think about it. Well, you're running out of time.
Yeah.
You know, you're running out of time. Don't go broke in nursing home. You don't have to. I mean, it's so elemental. So
or at
elementary.
Home, or at the cost of care.
Monday, May 13th, Hilton Garden
That's your
Inn.
cue that our next segment's about to come up.
I think Amy Wheatley is going to bless us with her legal presence. She's a bit of a diva, so be ready for that.
She's in the makeup room.
Right, yeah. Well, she doesn't need it. She's very beautiful.
We're going
naturally.
to Corden.
Well,
this is
Lindsay's third
Clarksville.
husband is from Corden. AJ doesn't know that. But Tuesday, we're in Clarksville. And then, yes, and Wednesday, Lindsay's hometown, husband number 3 is from there, at the Holiday Inn Express
I tell you,
in Corden.
we love Corden. Corden shows up for us.
If we want to actually get to talk to Amy, we got to get to break.
Okay, go.
Because we
To
got
break.
another segment together.
Sorry.
Amy's here. Elder Advisor's coming back. A lot more to unpack. Stay with us here on Listens Live.